Ladies and gentlemen, what happens when our current president, Biden, is accused of the same things that Trump has been accused of by people? Well, or by one person. Well, immediately the entire American political establishment, the New York Times, wonderful morally superior journalists and liberal pundits and educated moral human beings opposing Trump immediately cover up for Biden and say, well, it's not a credible accusation against him. And they go after the person who accused Joe of possibly committing the most despicable act. And there's even a Larry King episode where the mother of the person who accused our current president, you can't go back in time and make things even more credible in terms of the accusation. The mother actually tells Larry King, her daughter had a situation or confrontation with then Senator Biden and had to leave, bolstering the initial story of what he was accused of having done. Okay. When anyone accuses Trump, it's, oh my God, Trump is guilty, and look at the number of people accusing Trump, without ever acknowledging that all of media will prop up and will believe anyone accusing Trump or any Trump Republican of anything, while at the same time downplaying, trying to poke holes, trying to go after somebody who accuses a Democrat or especially Joe. If I'm speaking in roundabout terms, the algorithms are always tailored towards one political side. So basically, if Trump is accused of something, you have to believe it's true. If Biden is, well, if you're lying, then you could go to prison. That's the hypocrisy. That's the sinister nature of today's political discourse. But anyway, New York Times, Trump might escape E. Jean Carroll's suit because he was president. But he was never convicted or indicted, or there was no evidence that he had committed the egregious act, other than the accusation, which Democrats have stated since Kavanaugh you're supposed to believe even without any evidence. But you're not supposed to believe without any direct evidence or any evidence if it's Biden. So which one is it? Do you believe without being able to prove in a court of law when it's Trump but not a Democrat, Joe Biden? Which one is it? Or do you believe with Joe and then he has to resign too, like Kavanaugh was told to resign? Which one is it? Do you live by a value system morally superior Democrats, or do you use the pain and suffering or the potential pain and suffering of people to your advantage to preach and pontificate and condemn when it suits you, and to just go after your political opponents when it suits you? Federal court punts on Ryder's suit against Trump. And so hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. I will have a live stream tonight. We'll talk about Alec Baldwin. And it's not, I guess, people aren't really interested in it anymore, but he is very likely facing criminal charges. This is huge, ladies and gentlemen. I did a segment today, and I don't think people realize how important that story is. But we'll talk about that. It's all over the news now. He very likely is facing criminal charges. Be here for the live stream this evening. Subscribe to the Stock Market Crash channel. I did predict. I told everyone, ladies and gentlemen, we'd have a crash. We're seeing that now. It's going to go below 30. Well, it's below 30,000. It's going to go below 29,000 in the Dow. S&P and NASDAQ will continue to tank. We'll have a recession. Unfortunately, layoffs and unemployment will go up. Interest rates are going to continue to go up. Inflation is going to continue to go up also. The core inflation is going up, so it's 8 to 9%. Very well could get to over 9%. And you have a derivatives nightmare with banks and hedge funds that still hasn't been addressed. So, I talk about all of this. Watch the playlist. If you want to give a super thanks, please do on the shorts. watch the 3 shorts on this channel. I have the Honorable James Comey and the Honorable Michael Horowitz proving my claims within those shorts. And I have a workout that you might enjoy as well. But ladies and gentlemen, this is very important. Let's read this. Federal court punts on writer's suit against Trump. Second Circuit asks a D.C. court to weigh in on E.G. Carroll's libel case stemming from an allegation of the most horrendous and heinous criminal act. But see, the thing is, the way Democrats work is the following. They will publicize, they will believe any accusation against a Trump Republican or Trump. They will not believe, they will not publicize, and they will go after the person who accuses a Democrat, especially Joe Biden. And that's not only the height and the epitome, the definition of hypocrisy. There's a sinister element there. Because you started a movement where you're just supposed to believe without any court of law. You just, the person has to be believed, and that's okay. If that's your law or your protocol or your guidelines as to how society should run, then why don't you abide by these cultural and social norms when a Democrat is being accused of a despicable act? And it's not just Joe. There's numerous other Democrats. Numerous. There's like 6, 7, 8, 9 in the past couple of years. High profile politicians. And they didn't lose their jobs. Media covered up the story. Media is an active participant in American politics. An active participant. So the judge, federal appeals court handed Donald Trump an incredible win Tuesday in a libel suit brought by writer E. Jean Carroll over the former president's denial of her claim, of the most despicable conduct, an allegation of the worst crime known to man in a New York department store dressing room in the 1990s. Okay, here's the deal, like our president would say. You need, in any accusation, any criminal accusation, you do need evidence to prove your claim in a court of law, okay? What's taking place right now is there was no evidence to prove that Trump committed this sinister criminal act. So then he denied it, and then the manner in which he denied it, then he was sued because he denied it in a certain manner that the person didn't like. And then now people are saying, and then they talk about Trump as if, yeah, he's this and that. Our current president is worse in a number of ways. And I can't even explain why, because of the guidelines. Much worse. Much worse. And then you say, well, we have this number accused Trump. This number, but the number is higher with Trump. It becomes this like dystopian, warped Sesame Street morality where, the greater number means the lesser number is more moral and just. See, Democrats are so great because except you're forgetting that anyone who makes a claim against a Republican is championed as the most virtuous person on the planet. Anyone who makes a claim against a Democrat is besieged by journalists who are just like the frontline soldiers for political troops for the Democratic Party, trying to find holes and poke holes, and so you are intimidated into silence. But you are promoted if you're intimidated into silence if you're going after one political party, and you are championed and exalted if you're going after another political party. This is not that's the antithesis of morality. And I'm speaking in roundabout terms because I have to about the nature of this topic. Anyway, a divided panel in the second court ruled that the lower court had Judge erred when he concluded that Trump as president was not covered by a federal law that can be used to shield federal employees from liability over incidents related to their work. Under Trump, In today's ruling, the majority of the three-judge panel court, the second court's majority opinion said there was manifest uncertainty about law. The district's case. So the third judge on the panel. Okay, so the district's case law thus seemed to vacillate between a narrow view of scope of employment that requires evidence that an intentional tort benefit or be for the purpose of benefiting the employer. Okay, good. Trump was not acting the scope. Okay, so here. Basically, he was, when he was president, denying the claim, the manner in which he denied the allegation of criminal conduct is covered by the law. Okay, he's not even being sued for the despicable criminal allegation. He's not even being sued for the allegation. That was never proven in a court of law. He's being sued for the manner in which he denied the allegation. Okay, and he won this case. So it goes on, but here, I'll just... and notice how... we can go on forever. An appeals court set aside a judge's ruling that Trump could be sued by defamation. So basically, he cannot be sued by defamation for denying the allegation or the accusation. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Be here for the live stream tonight. Again, he's being sued for the manner in which he denied the allegation. Okay? Now, we still have records of our current president being hidden pertaining to the allegation against him. Gee, I wonder why. Give me your thoughts below. And, I mean, you have... let's not even get into Bill Clinton. Let's not even get into a number of other Democrats. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. Be here tonight for the live